Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make YouTube channel art for free and with very basic skills. You don't need Photoshop or anything like that. You don't need to be good at anything like that. It's quite simple and it's quite effective. It should get you some decent looking channel art that will help your channel and help give it a bit more of an identity and a brand. So the website we want to go to is ipicky.com. This is in the description, and what I recommend doing is having a basic image, a high resolution image. If possible, it's best to have an image that's 2560 by 1440 pixels. That's the size that you want to get to. If you just have sort of a 1920 by 1081, you can then upscale that, but it's best to have it at this resolution for when you upload it to your YouTube channel. So what we want to do is first of all choose an image as a background. This one is the exact right size. I've got a link to this in the description as well. You can see it here. It's labelled for reuse with modifications, so hopefully we don't run into any problems. And we'll start with that. We'll upload it. You need to activate local storage, and if you just click on that when you want to upload a picture, it should talk you through how to do that. It's relatively simple. You just need to follow the steps. So once you've got your image, it can be anything, but once you've got your image, double click on it to open it up. First things we can do is if you want to, well, this image is quite good. It's got a lot of colour quite centrally, so we can change the hue, and then that can change the colour of this. So if you want your channel art to be blue, you can obviously put it to one end, or if you want it to be red, you can obviously do that. So if we go for a blue one like that, maybe that's a bit too bright, put it back a bit. No, we'll keep it like that. Can click apply, so that's now that done. We can go to this tab at the top, which is the textures tab. To give it a bit more texture, we can add that, and if we change the fade, it sort of gives it a slight texture. If we do that, we can click OK. Can also give it a slightly lighter center so it focuses on that. And then what you want to do now, if that made sense, I don't know. You need to go to the link in the description and bring up. You'll get this picture. I'll bring it up now. This is the picture you want to get. Obviously, the link in the description should take you there. You need to upload it, and then once you've got it in this side panel here, which is in this top, you click upload and click on it. Then you can drag it in, and this is quite important. You really want to try and do this one. You can't really skip this if you want a good quality banner. What we want to do is put it right into the top left. You don't have to be really accurate, but just get a good idea so that when we drag it out, we get this. Now this is basically the guidelines that are really important. You can see TV is the main full 16:9 resolution one. The desktop max is obviously full length, and also this is the desktop minimum and mobile. So we want to try and keep all the important data inside here, but how do we use it without seeing the background? But we click this fade button at the top and drag this to probably around 80%, so that now we can see that. We can treat this as the background now, all as one, but obviously we don't want to click onto anything like this until we've got rid of this and we've sorted out the text, which is what we're going to do in a minute, because it'll combine them together and then we'll be stuck. So we now want to go into the text bit here, and we want to put your channel name in. So whatever your channel name is, let's just do mine. There we are, and you can choose your text here. So if we just click this one here, I use that one a lot actually. No, do one that's a bit wider. Say this one here. If we drag it out, keep it inside, you can see the faint lines. We need to keep it inside that. It also helps you get it central, so we know there's about that much at that side and then about a similar amount there. I don't need to be precise with this because I'm only messing around, but if you want it to look professional, you might as well try and take a bit more time to try and get it central. Can then change the colour. Not sure what we'd want it to. Let's do yellow, something like that. What we can do as well is if we right click on this text now that we're happy with it and duplicate it, then drag it using the arrow keys on the keyboard, we can get it just a bit off the first one. Then if we right click and press bring backward and then change it to something like black, it will give it a nice, make it 3D, and it will give it a background. So that's I mean, that's pretty much a good channel art. It's better than the default. It's certainly going to give your channel a brand and a colour scheme. But we can do more. We can add images. We can, obviously, if we get any PNG image, we can add that there. I'll show you an example now. So I've got this picture of a computer mouse that I've had on my computer for a thumbnail that I've done recently. What we can do is, let's say if, I don't know, you were doing a mouse review channel, that's the best I can think of for this. But let's say you just have an image, make sure it's a PNG so that it's got a transparent background. What we can do is we can have it there, and obviously if we duplicate it and, like last time, drag it slightly below, or actually if we squash it down a bit, then send it backwards, and then if we click the color overlay button, drop that down and put it to black, it'll get rid of that. And that's a shadow. It's pretty dense, so we can click on it and move the fade up a little bit. But there we go, we've got a shadow for whatever image we've got. That just gives your channel a bit more, your banner a bit more stuff going on. So obviously we can keep it simple if we wanted to, like that, by just getting rid of it. So we can also add social media on it. If we get something like this, the Twitter logo, let's say we put it up there where this is going to be space. In fact, if we move it slightly over that, if you can see I've just moved it over that line, that basically means this won't show up on mobile, because if we wanted it to show up on mobile, we'd have to put it there. We could put it there, but it takes up a bit too much room. So if we move it out of the mobile zone, it'll show up on most desktops, but it'll keep the mobile version simple. And what we can do is, if we keep that there, then if we click this geometrics button, click on the geometric and bring in a shape, scale it down a little bit, put it pretty much central, drag it out, right click, bring backward, and then make it white, put it down a bit. We've then got somewhere where we can put our social media thing on. If we click this linear gradient button, we can obviously give it a gradient. So if we put that to white, and then this colour to a grey, it gives it a bit more 3D feel. It's only slight, but it looks a bit better. We can also then go back to the text and then just put anything again, like that, scale it down, put it in, and then you've got social media links. You can obviously do this with whatever social media thing you've got along the side, and that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not going to be massive, it's not going to be too technical like Photoshop. What we do want to remember though is delete the background, and then when we go on to save the image, combine layers, so we've got something like that, and it will keep your channel branded, and it will make it more likely for people to subscribe. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, remember to leave a like, and for similar videos, I think I've got a thumbnail one and a website one currently. I'm going to be doing a logo one soon, so if you want to check out those to help your channel as well, you can do, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks for watching.